So, to start with our zipper panels, you have your lining piece and your outer piece. I run DST over both of them. On the shorter, the thinner of the two pieces, it goes at the top. On the wider of the two pieces, it goes at the bottom. And I do this for both my lining and my main fabric. I like to set it up with the wider piece on top so that I don't get it screwed up. Let me tilt this down. That one ain't on right. There we go. And then, like I do everything with DST, I'm going to pop my Teflon on there so that it gets a good bond. And we now have our front zipper panel pieces ready for the zipper. I'm looking for the shorter of the two zippers. I am going to make sure that my zipper pulls are over far enough that they are not in the panel here. I start with the smaller of the two. I peel that off. I'm going to have my main panel facing up, my zipper facing down, and I'm going to just line it up where that tape is. I am then going to take the paper off the lining piece, and that is going to get placed right on top of that, and that forms your sandwich. So you have your main panel with your print facing your zipper teeth, and then your lining, the print is facing the back. I'm then going to take the iron and just hit that really quick. And that is ready to be sewn. I'm not going to sew it right now because I never changed the thread back in the machine. We were using the red and black variegated. We are now, what do we have in there now? We have in some fairy floss, maybe it's called. Pastel. Totally not going to go with this bag. I mean, I guess I could sew the zipper because you wouldn't see it, but I need to change the thread. We're going to go ahead and do our main zipper while we're sitting here. I line it up the same way. I put the smaller, the narrower piece in the front because that's the front. The wider piece is the back. The zipper goes in between. So if I line it up this way, I always get it and don't put it on the wrong side. And my directional fabric goes the correct direction. Now, I get spots where this tape is like funky. I cut it out. Like I said, I know some people try to get every bit of scrap used. I am not that person. I am okay with waste. I don't try to excessively waste my products, but I'm okay if I throw 2 inches out because it's not on there right. Right here, I didn't see it quick enough, so we're going to try and fix that piece. We have those tacked down. I'm going to put the wider pieces out of my way for now. Oh, I said over here. I'm going to grab my other zipper. Make sure that my pulls are over, out of the way. Zipper teeth to right side of fabric on your main print. And then on the lining, you're going to put that facing down on this zipper sandwich. Alright. And then hit it with the iron. And we are going to change our thread quick because I'm going to go ahead and get them stitched. So, I don't know what I've done to my machine. There we go. And I'm using a 1/4-inch seam on this. But when your fabric strip is so narrow to begin with, it's okay, still use the 1/4-inch. Now you can do this one of two ways when we're done. You can press it open, top stitch, and then move on to the next step. Or you can put the other side on and then top stitch both when you're done. I tend to do press top stitch and then sew press top stitch. So we are going to go press these open so that we can go ahead and top stitch. So to press it open, I try to do them both at the same time, and I start on the back or your lining piece. I have all these little pins here from earlier. And they're kind of in my way now. And I am putting pressure on as I press this open. With the fusible fleece on there, it's bulky and it doesn't like to bend, so to speak. So I put pressure as I'm ironing that open to make sure that it stays this way. I'll throw a few clips in. And the first one is ready for top stitching. That was for our main piece. This is for our front pocket. You kind of just have to manipulate that fabric however you can. When you're pressing these, avoid your zipper teeth. You don't want to melt them. I'm running the iron along the zipper teeth, but not on them, if that makes any bit of sense. Alright, so this one is now ready as well. And I'm just going to clip it in place. And those are ready to be top stitched. We're going to top stitch at 1/8 of an inch, maybe, if it's going to let me. I forgot to increase my stitch for top stitching. So the front pocket one is done. Now we will do the main pocket panel. We have top stitched our main zipper panel now. We are going to go ahead and attach the other side. And alright, so we're going to put these on the same way we did for the other side. The main fabric is right side down on the zipper. It's right side up. The lining is right side down on the zipper. That is right side down. So the way the desk was set up at the old house, my garbage bin was easily accessible from both my sewing machine and my desk. It was in a spot that no matter where I was, I could put the trash in. Here, the way that I'm set up, I'm not an L anymore. It used to be my machine and then my desk formed an L. Now I am more like an H. I guess. I don't know. Maybe more a U. But I don't have room on my right to place the garbage bin at the moment. And on the left, it's either behind me when I'm at the machine or behind me when I'm at the desk. So I'm still trying to figure out all the little kinks on the new area. But we're getting there. We're hitting our zipper tape with the iron so that we can bond this DST. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And we're gonna go to the machine and stitch this, come back, top stitch it, and then we will add our gussets to the mix. Alright, we are stitching the back zipper panels. Alright, that's stitched. We are going to go back to the desk so that we can press these open. So when I'm not usually doing videos, when I sew, I tend to have multiple pieces going at the same time. So I will be doing my zipper panels along with my back pieces and all of that at the same time, because I find it to be more efficient with the whole sew, press, sew, press. Does anyone else do that? Do you try to get multiple parts of the bag done at the same time? Or do you strictly do it like the pattern says? Alright, I just went ahead and clipped that again, and I'm going to press this last one. The linings on these ones are actually folding over very nice. And then another question I have, when you're making bags, do you follow the pattern exactly, or do you deviate from different parts of the pattern and kind of hack it? I am a pattern is there for the suggestions kind of person, and I hack a lot of patterns. I wouldn't doubt that I will hack my own pattern eventually. That's how much I hack the patterns. When you turn your machine off, it helps to always put it back on top stitch mode. Lengthen that stitch. I forget all the time. Luckily, it is blending the thread well enough that no one will ever notice unless they are inspecting it very well. Except for my oldest daughter. She will inspect it very well, just to find any flaw that she can. And bless her heart, she will find flaws that are non-existent just to tell you there's a flaw. She definitely keeps you on your toes. Now that we have both of our zipper panels ready, so one annoying thing about any fabric, this is an interface because I'm using the waterproof canvas. You get the fray that annoys the crap out of me, and I constantly am snipping it away. When you interface your fabric, you don't have this problem. Alright. So I need the rotary cutter. I will be right back. Alright, so we are going to take our zipper panels. I freehand it. You can always use a ruler. I cut any excess zipper off on what I call the right side, but it's whatever side does not have the extra. This was maybe 1/4 of an inch hang. We then slide our zipper pulls to the middle now. Make sure they're in the middle. And then, because it's just easier, I flip it around so that this is now on the right side, and I trim the excess off. I was a little bold and I did 4 inches extra. 3 inches is more than enough, but it keeps it out of your way. I also was at the end of that strip of zipper tape, so 2 inches of zipper tape laying around really would never get used anyway. So I just went ahead and made these 4 inches. I'm not aware of any patterns at the moment that I make that use a 4-inch zipper, but I will throw them in with the zippers, and you never know what you can use it for. Now our panels are ready to go. We are going to add our gussets. With your print going the right way, I like to make sure everyone can see here. Because I have sewn it on the wrong direction, I will put both pieces so that they're facing me the correct way, and then flip it over so that right sides are together. I didn't snip this side well. 1 second here. There. All right. If there's a little extra, I just didn't have great seam allowances, but it should match up perfect. I have less than 1/8 of an inch on this end. My seams probably aren't perfect. It happens. So, we're making another sandwich, and I will show you what we got here. So we got our main fabric right side together, our zipper to the zipper panel that we just sewn. Our lining fabrics are right sides together. So you should have main fabric, the zipper with the main fabric up, then your lining fabric. Once I have all that lined up, I clip both sides just like that. And then I do the same thing for this piece. Both are facing up. put my lining piece down. I line all these edges up. The dogs just came back down. I put clips in. Now, for the main zipper panel, we're going to clip the other side as well, just because it is long enough that it won't be in the way to do so. Like I said, I like to go to the machine and do multiple things at once. I'm having clip problems. Alright, so my main panel is identical to the front panel, except I did not, so my gusset pieces are longer than the main panel. Therefore, my excess fabric is not affecting my zipper panel here at all. I just want to make sure my lining is, there we go. So, I can clip both sides. I'm going to sew the one side. I will then sew this. I'm going to chain piece it. So I will sew one side of my main zipper panel. I will sew the front zipper. I will snip the main off, turn it around, and then sew this one, snip this off, and at the machine I will fold this up and under and make like a little burrito here for this one. So we are going to go to the machine and do our little bit of stitching. Alright, I do a 1/2 inch seam here. My clips are getting stuck. There we go. And we're just chain piecing those. I don't know where the snips are. Grab the first thing that'll cut. Maybe. And now stitch the second one. So I'm pulling the clips off of this one. And popping them back on. Just double checking it. All right. Take the clips off and out of our way. Snip that thread. And we are just going to flip this around. And we have made a ring. I'm going to set the one up there, remove these extra clips here. And we will put it right back through the machine and top stitch it. Because it is a 1/2 inch seam, it usually lays beautifully. And we can go right to the top stitching on it. And once we snip these few threads, both of our zipper panels are now ready to go. They have the gussets attached, and we are ready to start our front pocket of our bag. This is probably the hardest part that we will be doing next. But once you get it, and you can breathe a sigh of relief.